Hi, hello everyone. Hi, Dave. Hi, Nidio. Balse, Gosley. Happy to see you all. How you all doing? So happy to see you in here. I hope the week's treating you well. It's flying by. I don't know. Was it about time? Seriously, it's getting like compressed or something. Like just yesterday, it was Monday. But hey, if things are going well for you, I'm just happy. Not a lot else that I can talk about other than I've been working on Twinkle non-stop. Like, remember that crafting system we made just like a couple days ago? I have worked on it so much. Like, I've been polishing it to no end. Like, it is crazy. I don't know how I managed. Yesterday was still summer. Yeah, exactly. What is time? I don't know. I don't know. Time is a slippery, oily whistle. In any case, let's just go here. Today we'll be working on a commission, so let me get the reference image up there. There it is. This is what we'll be working on today. Actually, let me mention the client in the description because I forgot to add that, and it's an important detail. So you can go and follow GrayGooGlitch. Let me copy the link. There we go. And change. There we go. Shakespeare sounds like a wise person for a Legend of Zelda character that is most known for Smash Bros. than Legend of Zelda. So yeah, we will be working on this funny slime girl, and I think this should be like a quick and very fun commission to work on. We are using my old trusty base mesh, but we'll be making like so many changes to it. Actually, let me get a little bit of water first. No, seriously, I hope you are having a good time.
Got a message from our pal TGC_Dave. They say the following. I was diagnosed with a phobia of German soags. I fear the worst.
Oh my god. Why? Where do you get those? Where did you learn those? Do you have like a grimoire or the Necronomicon or something? Because that feels like that's course knowledge. I also had 12 and Vanguard of a song. So let me check the reference real quick because I want to
Intercepted a transmission from TGC_Dave that says this. Necropun icon.
Necropanicon touch. That's actually fantastic. That's what it will be called. It really is. Okay, so proportion wise, it's like a very thin frame, nothing too complex. So we are almost ready in terms of proportions. Just need to work on the chest area a little bit. Maybe making the hips a little bit wider. There we go. Head-wise, I think maybe we need a slightly longer neck, so I will just move this up a little bit. Just a bit, there we go. Shoulders are not as pronounced. There we go. So let's actually go to one of the hardest parts to work on. And we can get away with a very simplistic approach this time, because there's like no particularly revealing clothes. And that means we can actually model things as a block. Go with this. And then we go like just in the middle. A little bit higher like this. And I think this should be good to go. Like, we are not often ready with the chest area so quickly, so I will take the win. Yeah, I think this works. Alright. Next thing we have is that we don't have ears, of course, so those we can get rid of. Head shape is pretty similar, to be honest. Maybe a little bit thinner over here. Mr. Practice, yeah, maybe. I don't know, I feel like I am not making enough models lately for getting a lot of practice with this sort of thing. This feels way too small from the side. Let's check this in full 3D, because in orthographic it always looks smaller. Yeah, this feels a little bit small compared to the rest of the body. Too many polygons in here. But we won't make it like pick out too much. There we go. Now this looks a bit better, I think. And of course we got an angle that we don't like. There we go. Yeah, this is much better. Alright. Now maybe we make the frame a little bit thinner over here. Almost done with the proportions. We won't work too hard on the legs because there will be shorts anyway, so that will change a little bit the proportions and the topology anyway. A little bit like this. There we go. I think we are done with proportions so far, so we can actually start working on the hair. Okay, the jobs. I got all kind of other tasks. Well, what you been working on lately? At least things that you can talk about. Hey, look ahead, yo! Hi, Suna, by the way. Happy to see you here. I don't know why for some reason the chat window is not working in OBS. So how it will... no, wait. I said it before. We were talking before. For some reason I just got my brain completely twisted. Music and UI. Oh, that's cool. Seriously, big props for working on music. That is the thing that I will never be good at. I tried. I made some very shitty songs, but I could never be a game composer. Ow! Also, hi, B. Toying with picking apart bandit from her. Oh, that's cool. Sonic physics are real hard to work on. Even in 2D, they are incredibly complex. Animation and movement mechanics, that's probably the most fun thing part to work on in a game. It's what I enjoy the most, definitely. And good morning, B. Okay, so hair-wise, we have like a very high hairline over here. There we go. Hi, Aggie, happy to see ya. I hope you get better soon. Just sending you a hug. Music is fun as well. Well, I mean, if I was good at making music, I guess I would be having a lot of fun with it too. But for me, it is more of a stressful thing. Okay, so for the hair, I think I will simplify things a little bit.
Yo. TGC_Dave has got something to say. It goes. Some genetic scientists got injured after crossing a crab with a cheetah. Shit went sideways fast.
Oh my god, I have heard that one before. I think it is one of the jokes Jam has in the list. One of my favorites too. Yeah, I should probably learn about music theory sometime. I just find it so imposing.
Hey boss. Incoming message from Twinkle. It reads. Hi, hello. I am gonna try and model a face mesh today, wish me luck. I hope all of my blood will remain inside this time. Also music is hard as hell.
Hi DNG! Happy to see ya. I love the luck. Making faces is a little bit tricky, but once you get the science down, you'll have a lot of fun working on it. Okay, so we got like the top of the hair, which is, let me open to reference. It's like just round. So this is all we need for the top. So we can actually start going down with the flowing hair. And on the sides, it's kinda simple. It just comes from here. And then it kinda gets wider. The thing about music theory, most recommendations. Oh, that is interesting, but doesn't make it any less imposing if you put it like that. Also, hi Silver, welcome, welcome, happy to see ya. You're absolutely right about that, Idio. I sometimes try that. Doesn't work very well for me because I always have the train of thought of what if I actually lost it? What if all of my years of experience mean nothing? And it happens like that's something I often think. But you know what actually helps a whole lot when I stream and I get to talk with all of you? Because you know, it's one thing that some friends and loved ones say that I'm good at what I'm doing. You can trick yourself into thinking that maybe they are just being nice. But there's always new people coming in here, and if completely random people that you didn't know before, or even people that you know, and they are like kind of people you are looking up to, they go and say, hey, you are doing well. Like that's like a slap to the imposter syndrome.
Hey molegato. Aguwag has a message for you.
Hi
It
Nula.
says, stop being me, right there XD.
I am sorry for being so cool and relatable. No, but seriously, like, I am sorry that this thing is as common as it is. It really shouldn't. You are all like really amazing people. Like a whole lot of you are also incredible artists too. And I am incredibly happy that I got to know you. So you all really don't deserve to be feeling imposter syndrome. Oh hi Yafu! Oh thank you for the follow! Speed back, speed back on with the small face. What a name! Thank you for following. I hope you have fun today here. Now, Dave, you really are precisely one of the people that less deserve to have imposter syndrome. Especially working in support, which is like the most thankless field in all of tech. Alright, so I get all of this. And I think we can just
Hey boss.
do
Incoming
this.
message from a Fahombre. It reads, I tried not to update my Switch 1 for 7 months for fear that my saved data would be erased.
Huh. I didn't know that could happen. I don't know, maybe imposter syndrome just happens no matter what you do. I think it comes as a downside of not being a jerk. Because there is a balance between being an arrogant prick full of yourself and being humble and realist. And that balance, I fear it's impossible to land exactly spot on. So most of us that don't really fall into the first category just get imposter syndrome. Yeah, I am sorry, Nebula. I didn't mean to make it so white and black. I'm just like it's very hard to strike a healthy balance. It really requires a lot of work. What do you mean, Suna? I know, you don't say that. You are not a narcissistic person. At least you have never struck me as such. Okay, the front is interesting because we got this open spot in the front, and then it has like two big droopy shapes. I will separate this just so it's easier to edit without getting out of the other geometry in shape in the middle. Alright, so I got this shape in here, and this comes here too. And we want this to peak a little bit. But we want this to be a little bit rounder, like so. There we go. So it kinda does this droopy shape. And they kinda get big a little bit. And they kinda get smaller as they go. And then we kinda close the whole thing up. But this feels a little bit too plain, so I will just cut it in half, and we got this end. Maybe we can even just merge this over here. Don't really like the result. There we go. But this looks too angular. So I will add yet another cut in here. There we go. Alright, so we got the shape. But this shouldn't actually peek out as much. I will just bring this down a little bit. There we go.
Yo molegato, drink some water.
Oh, hi buddy! You got it, drinking water. Hello, hello. And what do you mean I'm fast, Nidio? I am taking my sweet time with this one. Especially for something as simple as these shapes. And we got yet another bulbous shape in here, which I will just do something like this to get. And for now we will just make like an approximation of it, because it's not a symmetric design. So after we are done with the hair, we will make all of the asymmetric parts. Right, got the bulb. But you are such a sweet person in there with your really well timed rhythms. Oh, you wouldn't believe how much I sidetrack when I work. We'll see as we go. For now, let me check what else do we need in here. We probably need to add like a few protrusions in the hair. In fact, I think we should get this whole loop and bevel it. There we go. So we can actually fill this a little bit more. Oh, we got a mini game in here. Let me see. Let's see what we get this time. We got a number race, which is always a fun one to start the day with. Let's see. We got Sandra, we got Spice, we got Lani, and we got Scarlet Maverick. And it seems Scarlet is shaping up as the winner so far. But Spicy is also catching up, and never mind, now it's getting a huge advantage over everyone else. There we go. You never know who's going to win. Congrats to Sandra. Also, I love this track. Like, Sonic Advance, the whole trilogy is slept upon. Like, Sonic Mania this, Sonic Frontiers that, Sonic Advance 1, 2, and 3, they are all like peak 2D Sonic. And Kennedy will be a little on off. Oh, that's okay, buddy. Please make sure to show me what you've been working on later, okay? I am really looking forward to see what you cook. Look, they were never ported, and I find that incredibly criminal. They are not even in Nintendo Switch Online, I think.
Hey Molegato. Twinkle has a message for you. It says, the Advanced Trilogy is really good, too bad the level design of 2 and 3, and certain parts of Rush 2, are very fucky. There's a reason get dimpsed is a saying.
Oh, I see what you mean. Also, hi Oli, welcome. Such a sausage is clearly the worst. I think we had that pun today already. Oh, we got a persona. Let's see what we get. We got back an echo. Will you believe me if I said that this design is very related to my avatar? Like they both have very old roots that have not been in anywhere else. Like they both were very old designs of OCs that didn't make it into a project, and by
Yo.
reasons of another they
Thinkapoly has
end up
got something to say. It
interconnected.
goes. Please be aware I can give a detailed analysis of the level design problems these games have. This is both a promise and a threat.
Okay, go ahead. Hit me with that design. I will recognize, especially in Sonic Advance 2.
Got a message from our pal Little Norwegians. They say the following. Shoutouts to Tsunami Aquari, who had her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear insert username here. Happy birthday to you. Also, unshrimp.
You hear that? Unshrimp everyone, and happy belated birthday to Suna here. Also, hi Falcon! Happy to see ya! How are you doing today? I think the last one didn't work. Finishing an abbey? Oh, that's cool. I am working on a commission. We got the reference right there in the corner, and it's a slime girl that looks really funny and goofy. With really slimy hair, to boot. It's going to be fun to work on this design. Now let me see, what's the best way to add those bulbous protrusions? I think I will just extrude this. Merge this back down. Make this small, and we got the base for one of them. So I can now just extrude it. There we go. I think this works. Minded Gospel, that really has a really marked art style, so I will take that as huge compliment. Although I haven't watched that show, I really don't know what exactly to relate it to. Is it good? I only heard good things about it. Oh, very trippy. I see. I do enjoy when shows get a little bit trippy. Alright, so we got
Got a
another
message from our
droplet.
pal Dimthapali. They say the following. Basically the problem with Dimp's level design philosophy really begins with Advance 2, though there are already traces of it in the first one. The first one was slower paced with no overall gimmick per SE, and the level design accommodates that. The game gives you time to explore, which is how you get emeralds. Egg Rocket still sucks though. The problems arise with Advance 2. I would continue, but I ran out of room and bits.
But you're absolutely right in that the problem with Sonic Advance 2 is that in its pursuit of being really good at going fast, and that it actually achieves very well, but the trade-off is that whenever you are not like blazing through the level, and you will not be blazing through the level unless you really know it well, it is only empty hallways and a lot of automatic movement gimmicks. So a lot of times you are not even in control of the character. Alright. And I think I will add like one right in the middle. Something like this. Yeah, that is true, because static hazards are not so static if you are moving like a freaking train at them. Oh, that's so cool, Falcon! I got a pickup Godot. I will make a small game with it at some point. I think I will do this. This is merge. This kinda makes the shape. And I'm thinking I want this to be kinda merged with this face. So I will actually do that. So I get rid of all of these faces, I don't need them. And now I start to actually sculpt around it. Like for example, these two can merge together. There we go. And we need to do the same thing with this part. There we go. And this can come over here. And something like this. I think this could look well enough. Well, thank you, Bert. Happy to see ya. Yeah, and if you want my recommendation for a Sonic game that actually works like a normal platformer, pick Sonic Advance 1 and maybe like Sonic 1 on the Genesis, because those are the two 2D Sonic games that actually work like normal platformers. Sonic CD is a terrible offender. It's full of springs. What's been kicking my butt this morning? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Bert. I will send you a big hug. so you can recover some energies. Take it easy and rest. I will do the same thing in here, because I really want this to be together in a sense. So I will like cut this in half. You can just like cut over here. As last. Then I just fill in the blanks. We'll round this off a little bit so the shapes flow a little bit better. There we go, a little bit better like this. And to be honest, we can change a little bit of the topology in here. I see too many triangles. This is a little bit better. This can be a quad. We only have this part. This is okay, I guess. Very slimy, indeed. Sonic Advance 3 is weird because it's got the same problems as Sonic Advance 2, but the level design is also like a labyrinth. Like in Sonic Advance 2, you never get lost, you just go straight in a hallway. But in Sonic Advance 3, you can just get lost and not know where to go. And finding the Chao, it kind of becomes a chore sometimes. But on the other hand, Sonic Advance 3 has the characters interacting in such a way that I wish there were other games doing. Like, I have not seen any other game do the same thing, and it pains me because it's such a cool concept and would have worked well with a more open game. Oh, Green and Teche are in both 2 and 3. 3 is the one in which you have two characters and one of them is the support one and is following you around. And depending on both the front and back character, like the whole moveset changes. It's such a cool thing, but at the end of the day you end up ignoring most of the changes and just running and jumping forward. Indeed. She really melts down the bosses. I think that speed boost is supposed to like launch you through a hallway, but that hallway is one of the parts of the level that disappear as you go forward. So it becomes a death trap after the first use. Alright, so we got most of the hair shape down. There will be changes. Next thing is working on the hoodie. And there's parts of the hoodie that are easy to do, like we got this here. And we can just make the shape. There we go. This can be a little bit bigger because she's got a hoodie on. Oh, you a big fan of Final Fantasy VIII? We call this kind of music Dave got over here. Alright, so now we got the whole hoodie situation, and one tricky thing is that it goes over the chest area and partially covers it. So we will probably change the topology of this side. I think I will change, like adding a cut over here. So this is where the hoodie goes. And then let me see, this goes a little bit forward so we get a little bit of volume, but this goes a little bit back because this is the side of the hoodie, and we will like extrude over here and then connect everything. The hoodie should be long, I've been told. Because from this point downwards, we don't have much of a reference. So I've been given verbal instructions instead. Alright, so we got this part, and this part needs to be extruded outwards. Like so. And this is the shape over there. And now we kinda mixed it up with this, I think. Hey, I'm getting microwave! Who's microwaving me and killing me? It is Favor, of course. Hi! Happy to see ya. I should update this playlist. I am not vibing with the Tekken 3 soundtrack as much lately. It is groovy but slow. I was a small gato for a bit. I'm still pretty small, like, by default. So we got this part in here. And I think I will get rid of this.
Intercepted a transmission
Just
from
mess this
TGC_Dave that says this. Final Fantasy 7 sucks. Final Fantasy 10 sucks. Final Fantasy 3, 8, and 9 are the best. But Lufia 2 is still the GOAT.
what a wild take. Little Spaniard, yeah. That is accurate. Alright, so now this doesn't make much sense because this should be coming out instead. So I will do this. and dissolve these edges, and now we get like a better shape. Alright.
Intercepted a transmission from Twinkle that says this. I can now talk again. Sonic Advance 3's main problem is that the level design is out there to get you on technicalities and dirty tricks, and also some characters combos outright gimp you, glares at Tails and Cream. Also Final Fantasy 3 is overrated and that's because of its final dungeons. Fight me.
You all are feeling spicy today, aren't ya? Look at me merging the model into a single vertex by mistake. Nah, TNG just like use all of all of the channel points. So we got this going down, but it's still not very natural. It should come way more over here. Something like this. But we still want a little bit of indentation in here. Like this just comes flat and looks like it's a very light jacket. So I will add yet another loop in the middle of it all. And now this one can like come inside a little bit. So this has like a border. And we kinda make this a little bit bigger. There we go. This can probably come over here. We don't need as many polygons. A little bit more to the center. Yeah, I think this works. Because we don't really need to worry too much about the 3D part of this, because we will construct the hood. You're absolutely right that we actually need something with Lufia too. I think it's one of those games that could benefit from a remaster or a remake or something. And Rayman 1 is not just like the best Rayman, it's the only Rayman in its formula, because it sure is completely different to every other game in the series. We never got a true Rayman 2, we instead got a reboot. Which I also liked, but you know, it's different. I don't think 3D Rayman works very well. Like, the reasons Rayman 2 was a good 3D platformer were not Rayman reasons. Like, it had completely different vibes, lore, combat, and movement than almost any other Rayman game. And it was good as its own thing. I actually like the dark vibes. As I said, it's not very Rayman-y, so you know, I can understand how it might be what not other people were like looking forward. But I actually enjoyed Rayman 2 a whole lot as a game. Send me a message. Let me check it. Let me check it real quick. Because I'm curious. Oh, not bad, not bad. Very being shaped. Good job, DNG. You are getting the hang of it. Lord. Now, thinking about how this hoodie should be topology-wise, I think we can just go for something like this. We will like change a lot of topology as we go. Because now we don't need most of this. And this looks weird. I know we got like a lot of trees in here that we don't really need. Go away. This one. Alright, so what I will do is cut this like this. Or not really, let's actually work on the back first. So we know what we need to connect to. So we got this shape, right? And this can come over here. We make the shape of the top is something like this. And now this feels more like the top of a hoodie. Alright, alright. Not bad, not bad. Starting to look like a hoodie. Oh, Chrono Trigger is fantastic. Like, I absolutely love Chrono Trigger. Hi QC, happy to see ya. The Ranigma I actually didn't like too much. I only played a little bit. Do you know which one I absolutely adore in the Super Nintendo? Secret of Evermore. Secret of Evermore has such charisma and it's just so weird and unique. Okay, so I'm thinking what to do here because I want to add like a little bit of 3 dimensions to this. So I go to the half and to the half in here and this goes over here. This one comes here so I can merge again. There we go. Hoodie shape. Which probably we don't need. There we go. Not bad, not bad. I think we solved the puzzle. Seems we did. Maybe cover a little bit more of here. Go a bit closer to the center. It's okay if this covers a little bit less. There we go. Looser shapes. Alright, there we go. MMO was real good. I think the translation was really 90s flavor, but mostly because of the time. I'm not sure if the translation I got was official or not. Racer I actually have not played. I always hear about it, but I actually don't know almost anything about that game. Alright, we got most of these. Now let's go to the shorts. Although I think I will make this a little bit bigger. I think it will look better from afar. It will have a better silhouette. And I should probably change the shape of the hair so it doesn't cover the whole hoodie. We'll do that later. Another thing I will do before we go to the legs actually is going here, and we gotta make this feel like a hoodie, so it's like a bigger shape. It's kinda puffy. Because now I can get all of these. And just extrude it down. Make things smaller. Maybe I should scale the edges instead. There we go. This is more what I wanted to do. There we go. And now we can extrude this even once more. And we can add like a different texture to that one. Alright. Looking better. Secret of Mana I haven't played either. I will make this a little bit bigger, go over here. So we got some shorts. Although probably it's not what they meant with shorts.
Yo. Aguwag has got something to say. It goes. Mole, do you have any idea how much you turned the knife tool into an absolute essential for me?
Oh, why did you say that? Do I use it like too much? Is that something I do? Because I really didn't notice. I thought this was like pretty normal. So we got this as the border of the shorts, I think. And we will add like a little bit of a border. Wait a minute. There we go. Alright, I think this is cool. This works. Also, we got supposedly boots. So I will make this like very, very tall boots. Okay, we'll add a cut in here. Oh, I see what you mean. I think that's what the tool is for. It's like super useful. As Nebula said. Right, so we got the boots in here. We can probably make them feel a little bit more interesting if we add a flap. There we go. I don't know, but I feel like the feet should be a little bit smaller. Like this fits the character. And then we can like add a little bit of a heel. Not too much, because that wouldn't be too practical. There I go again, using the knife too. But I don't like this cut. This is making the geometry go all wonky. So I will get rid of this. And just cut the other way. And then maybe I will just merge this over here. Yeah, this works. And the heel can be a little bit thinner than the rest of the shoe. There we go. Cool boot shapes. There we go. on a note about levels and RPGs and stuff. Remember how I said I was playing Dragon Quest 7? Well, I had to drop it. I had to drop it because the game crashes at a very crucial moment. I was so deep into it, so many hours in, but well, what can you do? Now for this, I think I will cut in the middle. Like so. Move this over here. Merge. So I got a border over here that I can make a little bit rounder. So we got like a rounder shape in here. And then I can get like the center of the hair and move it back a little bit, like so. And now it doesn't cover the hoodie as much. Looks a little bit better normal wise. I am unshrimping and stretching. Everyone do the same if you are able. Alright, so now that we got all of this, I think it's time to actually start working on the asymmetric parts of the hair. So I will apply the mirror modifier and just work on it. And let me see. First off, we got that this one is a bit bigger than the other one. So I will make this one smaller. A little bit like this. A little bit like this, moving it forward too. Do you know what, Dave? That is absolutely okay. I tend to brute force them too. Like, I enjoy the strategics, but I like leveling. It's like, I like grinding. It's fun. It's a very chill way to spend some time. So when I get to the bosses, usually I am a little bit overpowered. Plus, I like just going around and finding everything. Okay, so now we will turn this one like this, because it's kinda like a sideways hair thing. Then adjust the shapes and add another loop. So we can make this look alright. Maybe these two can be merged. Oh, there we go. She's jamming. Oh, I can see that happening if it's a Paper Mario inspired RPG. Because just like the time actions are so important in those games. Or at least they used to be. I don't know about the newer ones. I hear they are a little bit weird. Alright, rounding things up a little bit. Rounding. And then making it so that the volume goes a little bit more in one direction than the other. No, I don't think that's true. I don't think any mechanic can become outdated, like as a concept. And I can tell you that I pretty much enjoy stats-based games. I think in fact they are the better, the more noticeable those stats are. When I think they don't work very well, especially nowadays, is when the numbers start to blend together. I think just having. Oh, you meant like having fixed stat tables for each character. Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's. I don't think that's outdated, but that is like very plain. It doesn't make things interesting on their own. So if you do that in your game, you gotta make sure you have some other way to make the building interesting. Like you could have fixed stat for the character, but then really shake things up with equipment, for example. Or you could like make skills really matter a lot. So even if you got different stats with different characters, you can make different things depending on your skills. Yeah, exactly. The important thing is not so much as if there is a fixed table or not, but if there is a variable one. Like a variable table and a fixed table combined together are just a variable table. So as long as you have one element that changes things up and depends on the character, on the player, you're good to go. Alright, more rounded over here. I think I like it like this. Yeah, way better. Alright, I know we are missing a very crucial part, and it's the very long thing that comes over here. Let me see, how do I build this? It should come from here. So this whole thing should be thinner. We should like have something like this, and then all of this goes to the center. Alright, now we got the... Hey, come on. There we go. So now we got like the starting point for this. But it's too big, so it's too small, and this is too big. And it should be the other way around. Alright, so I can move this a little bit back. And we got this whole space for this to happen. There we go. Dave, you're absolutely right about that too. Like, I enjoy min maxing, but if you just go to min maxing straight, you just lose the game itself. Like, part of the game is finding out strategies yourself. And then when you already know what you do and you want to experiment more, then is when you can actually go online and look up what works best or what is fun to use. I think I will add yet another cat in here to make it so that the big blob can have a bigger birth area. There we go. What a good song, by the way. Like, I will say that out of all the modern Persona games, I don't enjoy 4 as much. Like, I know why people like it. It's got some good things and it's got a generally positive vibe. But it's also way more shallow than either 3 or 5. Both in mechanics and narratively. Not to mention a little bit toxic at times. Oh, if you actually liked 4, because there is like generally like a lot of good things about 4. But here's the thing, hear me out. Everything good about 4 is also in 3 and 5. Go play Persona 5, it is amazing, you will enjoy it. It really improves in everything Persona 4 has. Like Persona 3 can have a few trade-offs, like it's got a lot of good things Persona 4 doesn't have, and it's got like a better story. Well, whenever you decide to go play them, please tell me, because I will absolutely love to hear your thoughts as you go. Like I will totally sign up to Dave Plays Persona daily. I will subscribe to your publication. Do you know what? You joke, but I think it is weird that there hasn't been more collaborations between Persona and Sonic. Like, the music DLCs for Persona, having some songs from Sonic will be amazing. In fact, having Sonic characters as Personas will be such a funny thing to do if Atlus and Sega weren't cowards. Because technically they can be, like, mythological creatures are personas.
Hey boss.
Because people believe in
Incoming
them.
message from Twinkle. It reads, someone made a Persona game mode for Sonic Robo Blast 2.
Oh, I gotta see that. That looks like it will be super funny to see. But seriously, you think I'm joking? I'm not. When I say that there is like room for a lot of collaborations between Persona and Sonic. Because the setting for Persona games actually allows for any fictional character to be a Persona. And in fact, it even allows to have interpretations of that character that are different depending on the setting or whatever. So it will be hilarious if some random guy that has a persona turns out to say, Sonic, I summon you. And we see like a weird, edgy hedgehog guy full of belts and zippers. And maybe it's got like a big grin. And it will be so funny. I will absolutely love to see that. I will subscribe to that chaos. Thank you, DNG. I will check it out later. It really sounds like something that is right up my alley. At least for a little bit of rabbit hole digging. So I will merge these two edges and these two to get the shape I want. And then this will be subdivided. There we go. So I can actually make this round. Alright, right now this is a good shape. And this is a whole hexagon pipe that I can do things with. Hey, we are getting the same song again. Or maybe is it like a version of it or something? Oh, I absolutely love Reaper Row. He's probably my favorite Crash Bandicoot character. So this one actually comes forward a little bit as we go. And it goes over here. Go a little bit rounder. I think what they did with Dingodile in Crash Bandicoot 4 was real cool. Because out of all of the villains, like Dingodile was the one that felt a little bit more independent in Crash 3. A little bit like Pinstrip. Oh, thank you, Canolis! Welcome! Hello, Raiders! How are you doing? How was the stream? I hope you had fun. We are working on a GUI commission. It is being real fun to work on it. There we go. Round shape. And with this we are almost done with the shaping and the sculpting. I think we can add like an extra drippy thing over here. Just to make the silhouette a little bit more interesting. There we go. And I think this looks nice. There we go. So with this done, we can actually start texturing. I think this one will be done way quicker than other commissions, because there is like a lot of flat colors in here. So we can actually get creative. Okay, so first things first, I gotta get the materials, rename them. And this will be the body. And it uses this texture. Oh, I haven't got the PNG yet. So let's actually go to a sprite where I got the reference and I got this base. For now I will just export this as a PNG. So we can see if everything fits, and it kinda does, so there we go. So let's actually start working on textures and things. Why do I have... Oh yeah, I got this in here to actually work in. And we don't have a lot of information about shading. So we will have to actually improvise a little bit. I think I will turn a little bit towards blue as we get darker. There we go, better than plain gray. Thank you, Aggie. I didn't really think about that one. No, we don't need the ears, we are not using them. Now the face is interesting because we don't have a lot of things in here. Just the eyes. It's very similar shape to this one, just with the nice, big, thick eyelash shape. I will make it slightly blue, I think. And the shape of the eye is a little bit rounder. So I will go and make it like so. And then as we get over here, we get thicker. like in real life. With age, we become thicker. There's no way to find it. And I'm thinking this should come over here. And then this becomes even thicker, I think. Because there is no individual eyelashes poking out. So instead, it should be like a thick line. And nothing here. Hey, you making me small just because of the sound, Dave? By the way, they are finally releasing Tomba 2, right? The remastered, the port. I am pretty excited about it because, you know, I tried to play it in emulator a few years ago, and that game didn't really work well. The music gets all satanic. It happens, Dave. I am still biding my time to get the new Digimon game because I want to get it on discount. So we go around their eyes. Well, that's good to know. Now, what was the line for the rest of the eye? Just right. Okay. So let's make the eyes, and the eyes are interesting because they are bright green, but we can make them a little bit more interesting than this. They are big, scary looking eyes. And we probably need them to be an odd number of pixels. Because we want the middle to be a slant like this. Something like this, maybe. But this looks a little bit boring. So I will actually add an extra light tone, going a little bit to the yellows. More yellow. A little bit lighter. There we go. And just add it like some semblance of shine. Like maybe they do this. Everybody super sunny racing. What a good soundtrack. Oh, I didn't know that. Because we got a Spanish dub too in Tomba 2, and it sounded mostly fine, just not very good acting. There we go. I think this looks cool. Maybe I can just make it a single line. Way better, way better. There we go. I love this expression, this face of perplexity. You know what, Dave? I will concur with you, but Sonic, well, not Sonic, Sega and Sonic All-Star Racing Transform is one of the best racing games ever. For some reason. And then they never attempted to do the same thing again. Because Sonic Team Racing is just terrible. And I don't like it. Thank you, Suna. You are really carrying the joy of the raccoon spirit. Alright. The mod is actually not too different from what we already having here. Funnily enough. I think this looks goofy and fun and happy. Maybe bigger down lip. Maybe even shinier because of gray metallic slime. And maybe even a little bit of shadow underneath. There we go. Checking what else. Not much else really. It's a really simple face. Let's see how this looks in the model. This one should be this one. Oh, and we forgot to export, of course. I always... What did I do? Sync? Is this like... No, not really. Export. This, there we go. Alright. Not bad for a face. It's a little bit deformed because we changed the shape of the head, but we can actually get it to look right. There we go. Alright, colors feel a little bit weird. So let me check. Yeah, this should be a standard. There we go. Way better colors. Are really doing something good with the textures. I know what you mean, Dave. If I can help you later, let me know. Thank you, QC. Alright, so next thing we should work on is the hair. The hair is also pretty easy. Like most of it will be just a gradient over here. Alright, so now we progressively get little bit more orangey. There we go. And I think these 3 tones are probably enough. We should add a highlight tone though. That might as well be almost white. There we go, something like this. And then we kinda do the same for the blue ones. We'll probably have a middle tone in here. There we go. Maybe this can just go in here, I don't mind. Lufia 2 Casino Music, you know what? I will look it up. Because I remember that was a popper, but I don't remember the song itself. There we go, it's on my tabs now. Alright, what else do we need for the hair? Probably not too much. We can probably have a few reflective things. Like, we make a shape in here. And then we kinda anti-alias it. So we can like sample this part whenever we want to add a highlight. Maybe this one actually makes a shape like this. Maybe something like this. We'll see how this looks. It will be funny. Oh, I gotta export. I always forget about that part. Powerful handles, necessary per collisions. Oh, that's strange. I find that those games can be fun, but only if they add like a spin on it. Like otherwise, they are just like whatever. If you moonlight and then you like what? Really? Is that is that something that happens in 03? Or what is 04? Yeah, 04. That is an interesting bit of trivia. Alright, so I will now get all of these. There we go, we got a border. I'm thinking all of this part I will make dark. I will actually add some more detailed borders later, but for now I'll just make it dark. Alright, now I will get all of these. Put them together so I can edit both at once. And here comes the funny part. I can just do this. And just kinda make them do a round shape. But this looks weird because it should be like this. It's funny how the way the quads are divided into trees change how the texture is deformed like that. Now all of these and we are doing all of this just because we like to bake the light into the model to have a fully stylized thing. There we go. we got a nice droplet. We'll probably do the same with this one. Oh, hi Scott! Happy to see you! How are you doing? Also, I think I didn't shout at you before. I should have done. I really need to go about how to automate this. So how's it going, Scott? What you been working on lately? I see, I see. This one. We go over here. A funny activity for any chat. How do you pronounce the name of this song in Sonic? Got a bunch of Warsaw and billionaires. Oh, that's so cool. Got him. Do you know what's up, Dingy? Do you know how to do it? There we go, but I think...
Hey boss. Incoming message from TGC_Dave. It reads. Hido City.
Hido City. That's a good one. We know now that the R is mute. It's a silent R.
Hey molegato. Twinkle has a message for you. It says. Everyone knows it's called humid and wet urban area zone.
You are probably right, for all I know. So I think we can actually add something like this. And this actually works pretty well. So we got like two different areas in here. We can even pick the front and make it like end earlier. So it has like a more steep shading in the back than the front. Yeah, you're actually right. They actually get to that topic a bunch of times. But I don't know, I think it's like really cool and wholesome of a soundtrack. The whole soundtrack is so good. By the end of the day, to run away. I am sorry everyone for subjecting you to my terrible singing. But I don't know, it's such a good song. It actually makes you want to sing. If only I didn't mix up all of the verses in the lyrics. But I do understand the love part of the soundtrack, even if it's a racing game, because you know Sonic after all is about this unabated excitement, like almost childish, like so sincere. So like I like this, I feel it like very strongly, and I don't care if it's cringe. So of course they love racing in almost a romantic way. Embrace cringe, be free, exactly. Not only be free, be happy. Like seriously, who the hell was the idea that being happy and enjoying things was bad and shameful? How broken that person must be. That person needs the sunshine to brighten up their day. There we go. Roundy, roundy, roundy. I think this is looking good so far. We are like making shading in a very interesting way. Yeah, something like this. And as for this, we will... Oh, surprise face! We will make it a little bit more interesting. There we go. Probably this should be a little bit thinner. There we go. I could actually. I will think about about what curse and cringe and absolutely beautiful nerdy song I will use in such a situation. Because I always feel like saying this, but at our wedding we did have some nerdy music. Like I entered the altar song with the high wind theme from Final Fantasy VII. And I also had the Shire theme from the Lord of the Rings movie. It was beautiful. Oh, this song is so good. And it's such a shame that the game it's from is kinda mediocre. Alright, I think we got most of this done. We just need to add some highlights, change the color of this bit to be blue. Which I will do mainly by getting this whole part, moving this over here, and then maybe adding an extra subdivision to make it a little bit more apparent. Because then we get down here. Alright. Maybe move this a little bit upwards to make it a little bit smoother. There we go. And I'm thinking we could make this part even darker. Just so we see a little bit of a continuation in here. And I think we are done with this. I will change how the highlight looks. Or maybe we can just add it into material since it's going to be all gooey. I think that would be cool. Now the hair and the face makes it look a little bit more blocky and into reference. There we go. And there we go. Way better. Gotta finish this silly game. Which one are you playing right now? Alright, now I'm thinking I will make the chest area the one that is inside of the hoodie. Go. Alright, got the shape down. You should probably go more over here. It's such a hard thing to get right. I think this works alright. So let's go. And it is like a normal white t-shirt. This part we will get rid of. We'll think about that later. So now we got this, which is the neck, and it should have like a shadow in here. There we go, this is the first thing. Oh, I forgot to export again. So you know what, I will remove this, flatten, save, and save as PNG. It doesn't make sense to have an separate file if we are going to have a single layer. There we go. Alright, we got the neck shadows in here. Should do the same with the back though. Alright, so this is more or less where the shirt should be. Maybe a little bit lower. Over here. And we probably don't need this side of the shirt because the design is symmetrical. So over here just goes and does something like this. Just going, getting some food. I hope you got something tasty. We are already working on textures. So I will say it's going good. With other models we end up like doing this in a second stream. Right. Maybe we got like a little bit of a wrinkle in here. Quark. I don't know what that is, to be honest. Alright, let's see how this looks in here. Not bad, to be honest. We could go way lower with the t-shirt. Should go like here. Probably something like this too. You got a different. Oh, I see, I see. It's so interesting to see how different things are for some of you, because we live in different places and we get to experience different things. And I think it's super cool, to be honest. Why is it so slow? I don't know. Alright, we got the interior part. Well, this should go way lower, though. This, in fact, can become a shine. If only this wasn't completely black, completely white, I mean. There we go. You should even go a little bit higher though. Quark is the software's cheese, maybe because it doesn't like this. Oh, I see. So it's almost like the soft cheese that you spread on toast. Right? Cereals and fruit, interesting. Yeah, all of these I will just hide so I can make sense of this. We can probably just leave this like so. Add a little bit of a slant in there, and we can work on the hoodie part now. Let's see, we got a division in here. We actually have it. This we got to get rid of. And we can get rid of these too. Oh, we are having good bunkering here too. Now let me check to reference real quick. We got like a border in here and everything is blue. So yeah, let's actually do that. The good thing is we got a lot of space in here that we can use. So let's just add like one of those things. One of those swatches. Except we actually use this new color as the base. There we go. And for now what I will do is just pick all of these. And we will make this blue. It's not bad, we just need to add a lot more of detail. So what do we need for detail? We need to have a part with a zipper. We need a lower part with some shadows and a little bit of wrinkles in here and maybe like a seam. So let's do that. And we'll be close to being done for today. Okay, first things first, the seam and bottom part, because they gotta go together. Actually, I think we should use this one. Is this one the normal one? Yeah. So we will change the rest of the jacket to use this color. In any case, we get this, and then we get like a few rows of the other one. And in the middle we got the seam. This one really is weird, but I think it sounds cool. Like it's got that like energy that can kinda hype you up to do stuff. Alright, so we got this side. And I will add a little bit in here just to add a border. But yeah, the vocals are a little bit weird. I find that how they kinda are discordant Adds a little bit of personality to it. Like it's being sung by someone who's kind of a prick, a little bit full of themselves. Something like this, yeah. Oh, I don't. I know the music is great, and I played a little bit of the game myself. So I should be looking for songs for it. Because I know some of the songs are bangers. Alright, so let's go back to Blender. I think time really is good. And I am actually enjoying my time with it. But it does have a few things that make things a little bit harder to play from time to time. The progression system and the load times, even in high-end computers. But I guess that comes with Unreal. So we got this whole part in here. I don't know why Blender gets frozen for a few seconds at a time. Yeah, what's up with Unreal? Wasn't it supposed to be like super powerful and super performant? Every single Unreal Engine game I play loads like super slow and has performance issues. Right. And I think I will add a cut in here to make it extra fluffy and also allow for better UVs. There we go. So this kinda mixes well. There we go. Also, always happens with the Spyro music. For some reason, it has a lot of silence after the track. And since we will be adding the zipper in this interior phase, and I will just like unwrap this There we go. So we got the line over there. That is absolutely true about Windows and the bloat. I should actually go around and clean up my own computer sometime. Because I feel a little bit guilty about saying it, but I haven't yet. And it shows sometimes. Alright, so let's make the zipper texture, or better yet, let's make sure that this goes to pixels, and let's also unwrap this one. There we go.
Hey boss. Incoming message from Little Norwegians. It reads, I just wanna say, y'all are lovely. That includes you molegato. Peace and love.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. You are probably one of the loveliest people in here, though. Talon, okay, I will make a note of that. And you're absolutely right, Nidia. Like, sometimes it shows that they are developing the games in NASA computers, and they kinda expect players to just have NASA computers too. Alright, so we got this shape. This looks cool. Let's make the inside. And it's got like a yellowish border, which is cool. We can pick colors from here. In fact, I will add a dark blue in here too. And then we can just make everything in here gray. I haven't heard about that either. Please go ahead because I am now really curious. Word expands was to fill the time available for its completion. You know what? You're absolutely right. I felt like that with many things before. I heard that about chores, like the same extra trade, but it was about chores and not work. But I guess it fits everything. Alright, let's go back to Blender. And let's make sure that this part stays just dark. And I think I will like just end here. And let's see how this works. Alright, this deforms in a rather strange way. And then I think we just go here, make everything a little bit thinner. There we go. I think this looks nice. Probably this needs to go a little bit like this. There we go. Under shapes over here. Alright. Oh, we got a bunch to read. The fever is returning. Oh no, please go and rest if you need to. Get a blanket, get cozy. And you're absolutely right, Nidio. Nanite cannot really optimize the game for you. In fact, I found that Nanite just makes things run worse. Like, it's not a performance tool, it's a resolution tool. It's only more performant than having that huge resolution baked in. Alright, with this done, let's go to make the hoodie part. We don't need a lot of detail because it will not probably be seen most of the time, if at all. So what I will do is unwrap this. Get a nice gradient in here. There we go. We got this shape in here, looks nice enough. And we know that this one starts at the middle. We just kinda do this. There we go. Now this part of the neck got a little bit weird, should go over here. And out of this, I think we'll just make dark. And that's about it. Maybe this one will also be a triangle. And this one will also be a triangle. There we go. Looks nice enough. So let's now paint the arms, and I think that will be it for today. Like just a few more details. So we got the torso textures, and that will be it for today. Let's see, we got the arms in here already unwrapped, which is cool. Okay, so most of this is just blue. Only difference is we kinda have this in here. Oh, I see what you mean, Nidio. It's I kinda see what you mean. I guess when I tried Unreal for a little bit, it really didn't work for me because what I do doesn't actually need anything similar to Nanite. First, we got this shape. And then I got this line. And maybe we have like a seam right in the middle to make it look more interesting. There we go. And we add a little bit more detail. Just enough. Alright. Since we did well in where to add the subdivision, I think this works. We actually need to fix a few things in here. There we go. Though this should be more in this phase. So it should be more in that area. There we go. I think what was it that solves Dragon Physical? Is it legit? It is most likely to be resolved because the copies like are still out there, but they are harder to come by. But to be honest, if you see a Dragon copy in physical, like you don't have to worry about it being fake, because there is seriously zero money in it for people to make fake physical copies of Dragon. It's too costly for them to make money off scamming people with that. No, not a Sans model. It's just that the hair was hidden from it. Alright, so let's work on the calves, and that will be it, I think. Let's see, the calves are red, so I assume the bottom part of the sweater is red too. So we got this. Maybe even darker. There we go. I think I will leave 3. There we go. Please don't say that, QC. I am living off of video games. I don't know where I will be if not for video games. Probably living under a bridge like a troll. Alright, so we got this pattern in here. It's funny because children cannot afford video games. I will concede though that the way things are working, like there is a real interest for the powers that be to make games into a rich person sport. They are trying real hard to make it into an exclusive thing that only rich people can afford. Right. We got the caps. Let's actually make this part use the same texture. There we go. And I think this works. There we go. But actually, this one is, for some reason, the opposite of what it should. There we go. Alright, so we got the upper body. Only need a few more details, but we will do that tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, next week. Took about 6 years to convince my parents that it was a real job. Oh, I feel that. I feel that deep into my heart. I really feel that. Keep at it though. Keep at it, because at the end of the day, like, society is gonna judge you one way or another. So you better get judged in a way that you enjoy. Doesn't make sense to live any other way. Alright. I think we did a fantastic job for just one stream. Looks nice. This part looks a little bit weird, but front to front it will be okay. Maybe we can just lower it a bit. Yeah, better. Yeah, you can put that in my biography. Ah. That always gets me. Like, I know it's there. Had to code it to appear, but I still forget about it. Okay, so I think we did a good job so far. Good stream, good stream. At least for what I wanted out of it. We will finish this next Tuesday, I think. Should be good timing for that. So next week we will again do a little bit of this commission and a little bit of Twinkle. I will move this a little bit over here. There we go. I absolutely get that, QC. I will be real with you all. When I was a teenager, I thought that working in video games was like getting a job in corporate video games. I think nowadays that is like the worst path to work in games, and being self-employed and working on your own projects, or even commissioning dev work to other small devs. It is way better. Like, you get a lot more control over how you live. You can actually get a better pay depending on how things go. This is getting a little bit inside of the face, so we just move it out. There we go, way better. So yeah. Alright, so let me go to the just chatting scene for a sec. And let's see who's online today so we can raid someone and spread this joy and these chill vibes. Hey, Prism is online today. I don't think we have raided her yet, so I think it's a good moment to do so. So everyone, seriously, thank you so much. You are the best. I really appreciate that you coming here, stream after stream, to hang out, to see me work. No Jam, I'm not going to eat you. I won't. Quit that. There we go. So yeah, thank you everyone. Oh hi God, happy to see ya. How are you doing? You come just as we are ending today's stream. We've been working on a slime commission and it's been real fun. I think I will finish it next week. But for now we are getting a raid ready. Oh, you've been lurking? Okay. Thank you, seriously, thank you so much, God. I really appreciate you finding the time to come here and watch a little bit. I know you are busy as heck. So for now, everyone, say hi and just be a good egg in chat, okay? Thank you and see you on Discord and see you next week, okay? Bye!